Okay, I am so excited for this. I actually didn't realize I was going live for 7.5 minutes now of suspense. It's using the recording time, so apologies for that. And I'm just gonna do a quick little sound check testing. There we go. Sorry, I just turned on my mic, or not my mic, my headphones. Oh man, this game is really getting me. I'm sorry if I am just fumbling around today. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. Months, you could say. Maybe even years. The music is so good. Just gonna... No, not load. Also, let me know if it's too loud. Alright, here we go. Let's get started. Going back to the return menu and let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. Dirk the Red Panda here, there, everywhere with Glory Hounds. Oh my gosh, I've been so excited for this one. Been talking about this with the creators of the game, Saber and Red, for a while now, and just hearing about the progress for this has been so great. And look at this final product so far. We got this beautiful title screen. I'm sorry, I'm sporadic right now. I'm gonna shake this mic all I want. Oh man, this is the thing. We finally made it. This is the big day. Today is the first day of Morinatsu when Hiroyuki visited his hometown for the first time in 5 years. Oh yeah, because it's August 1st. Yes, the 1st of August. Great timing. I mean, new month, new me, new whatever. New not doing my hair because I didn't do it. I didn't gel it. Shame. I really prepared for the occasion. I made my bed even. But wow, an animated title screen and just colors. And oh my god, they have blinking animations. I am a kid in the candy store right now, and speaking of being a kid in the candy store, look at the bright colors of this. Love, love, love the bright colors of it all. You can see quite an interesting theme with the purples and greens and blues, and I love that. Speaking of purple, look at the shirt. This is the shirt I had made for Red and Saber, and for myself. First I made it for myself. I was like, hey, I made a shirt. If you want one, I can send it to you. And they did. Said they wanted it for a con. I'm not sure if that was back in June or if this was July, but they said they were going to wear it for a con. I don't know if they did or not, but I gave them the shirts anyway. Man. Such beautiful art designs from numerous people. Honestly, we're gonna have to go to the credits scene at the end of it to name all of them, but top ones I can name right off the bat. Star made the design here for this, and I think of various sprite art too, if I'm not wrong. I think he's done some. I mean, there's a lot of artists that did a lot of different things. I know CG, there are many different people. I know Saber contributed to some of the background art. And yeah, numerous artists, and I can't wait. This is build 1.0 and issue 01. So we'll have to start right from the beginning of it all. So let's get started pretty soon then. I need to just compose myself. Normally with these games, I try to be very like in character, or like try not to take as many like breaks or distractions unless I really think I can make a funny joke out of this or something. But I think I might have to break character a lot to just ogle at the art, but just to be like taken aback by it. This is gonna be great. Getting the timestamp ready because we are gonna start in less than a minute. I like to start at half or exact minute marks just to kind of keep the time stamps pretty even. But that's my OCD. It's not always perfect. Sometimes I mess it up. But yeah, we're gonna start in 30 seconds. The 13-minute mark. The reading will begin. music is indeed hype. Like, I heard multiple people talking about the music, and yes, love it. I've only heard the title theme so far, so I'm trying to keep my ears pure and wholesome to not be exposed just yet. And then gonna lose the Glory Hounds we're doing. This is gonna be crazy. Oh my gosh. I am buffering hard. I am so sorry. I will try and turn off a couple of things. Turning off my veto tube, because that might take up some space. Glory Hounds is kind of doing its own thing. I have OBS open, and I'm gonna put out text edit. Like, that will take up any space, but count your blessings, gotta count all the different things that are open. We are now delayed. I can see myself delaying hardcore on the preview window, and that is scary. I am so scared for that. I hope the preview comes out fine. Worst comes to worst, I am recording this. And the recording is like about 3 minutes behind, give or take. So, if I am not lagging any further, let's get started then. Alright, here we go. I'm hovering over this right now. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Fade to black. Same, Alex. Same. I can't breathe. Most of my body's numb. Occasional searing jolts of pain aside. It's been numb for a while. I don't know how much longer I can keep going like this. How much longer can I keep running? Everything I do just leads to more suffering. More pain. More stairs. Come on, Spot. Pick up the pace. Oof, bit rough start. Betrayed by my closest ally. Can't. Too many. My legs are screaming in agony, but no one answers their call. Raven 3, what's the situation out there? Over. A voice crackles suddenly and loudly over the radio. I grip the handrail like my life depends on it. Last thing I'd want to go is tumbling down the stairs. Because I am pretty sure I wouldn't be able to get up again. Our advisory is on the roof, sir. Diamonds should still be on his person. Any other hostiles on the roof? Over. Negative. However, Beast is most dangerous when cornered. I advise caution. Our first ellipses, hey! Sponsor. Anyway. Raven 3, I need you to say over. Over? Over. Oh my god, this is just gorgeous. The animations and the talking motions. Good. Over and out. You heard him, Spot. Just a few more floors to go. God, why'd he have to pick a skyscraper? Shouldn't places like these have elevators? God, I better be getting a raise after this. I think we're at the top now. There's a big metal door blocking our way. Stand back. The boss bars my way with an arm the size of a tree trunk. You're not seriously going to... Ow! Oh! He hisses clutching his foot, hopping around like a madman. I put myself between him and the stairwell. I'm pretty sure they'd dock my paycheck if I let my boss fall down the stairs and break his neck. Sorry, I'm just like, my camera's kinda in the way. Might have to do some adjustments. Sorry, boss. You might have to dock my pay for this. I am moving the camera around. Boss? Can you hear me? Ah, there we go. I don't know, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Hello? Earth to Dawn Hound? Anyway, I'm pretty sure they'd dock my paycheck if I let the boss fall down the stairs and break his back. What happened? That probably wasn't the smartest move. No kidding. Here, let me do it. I grab the door's handle and push forward. Huh. It isn't locked at all. The way the boss is looking at me, you'd think I just aced an exam on quantum physics. I knew I hired you for a reason. He gives me a pat on the back that knocks me against the metal door. I fall through the door and fade to black. Not a kid. Oh man, this is looking so good though so far. Ah! The bar down there. Sorry, my camera's right at the middle of the bar, so I was like doing one of those things where I'm looking up and down. Anyway, it slams open wide, blasting us with cold air, bringing us face to face with flashbang. Spooky. Ooh, who is this? The target. And our asses. There you are, you treacherous snake. You won't get away this time. Well, if it isn't the Dawn Hound everyone's talking about. A dark chuckle sounds from the other end of the rooftop. It isn't enough to send shivers down any man's spine. Oh my god, look at this! Look at this! Oh my god, the corner screen! Ah! Or maybe the shivers are just my vertigo getting the best of me. I press on. The uneven rooftop gravel is hell underneath my already sore feet even with my boots on. And the cool spring air is making me regret my choice of outfit. I have to admit, I'm surprised you'd be foolish enough to follow me all the way up here. Of course, judging by your fashion sense, making bad choices seems to come rather naturally to you. Bird! Give it up, villain. You're nowhere left to run. Pretty soon, the only thing you're going to be wearing is prison stripes. I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Dawn Hound. Because from my point of view, you seem rather cornered yourselves. Like a predator about to pounce, he regards me with squinted eyes. Alright. This is the moment I've trained for. I assume the position. Shoulders straight, arms outstretched, index finger pointed at the culprit. Just like they do in the movies. Hands over those diamonds right now! Oh, I love it, the comic panels! Oh my god, the changes! Oh my god! This is so good! Ah! What was your name again? The horned chameleon rubs the back of my scaly head, tilting it slightly. Oh my lord. Are you quite serious right now? I'm bad with names, okay? I just told you 5 minutes ago. The tragic backstory, remember? The invisibility powers. Starts with a K. Nope. Doesn't ring a bell. He growls ferociously. Kameu! Huh? It's Kameu, you blithering idiot! Kameu! Kameu! I am mispronouncing my own name! Oh. Badass. Did you come up with that one on your own? Next to me, the boss buries his face with his paws. Can we just fight? Please? For the love of God, yes! You're going down, Camo. You know what? No. I've had just about enough with you. Rise, my minions. Oh, the paneling is so good. Oh, the flashes. Oh my god. 5 butterflies with brightly colored wings ascend behind him, just off the building. Are those actual swords? Actual swords. Actual swords? Airborne hostile spotted. I thought you said there were no other hostiles! No other hostiles en route. Do be listening, yes? Nothing we can't handle. Let's see this chameleon turn black and blue. Light flashing before my eyes, I set a new world record for zooming through the 5 stages of grief. My eyes meet the bosses right as I'm at the bargaining stage. Help. Easy spot. Easy? Easy? They're gonna kill us! They might seem scary, but they wouldn't know teamwork if it struck them in the face. Which we are about to do, repeatedly. His warm, gloved paw on my shoulder only does so much to soothe my nerves. So quick to judge, but you couldn't be further from the truth if you tried. See, unlike you and your precocious little pup, I take care to train and dress my employees properly. Minions, make fur coats out of them. Oh, no, not our good boy. No. My name's Alex DeGroge. I don't even know how to pronounce my last name, Gasp. I am so sorry. I've had months to ask, and I will fail graciously. My name's Alex DeRoy. I'm 28 years old, completely and utterly single. I live in Schippersburg, the capital of Batavia, where the weather is never just right, and we always find something to complain about. This is gonna sound cliche, but you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Truth is, I wonder too. Not just anyone decides to throw on some thigh-high boots and a mask to fight an overgrown lizard on top of a skyscraper. But it's my actual, honest-to-God job now. Aw, thanks, Ice Fang. I love going over the top with the villains. It's a long story. But long stories seem to be all the rage these days, right? It all started a while ago. Did you seriously just interrupt me for a flashback? I remember it as clear as day. I am very much stuck here! Black and white is not a good look for me! Slow flash. Yes! 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 Ah! Which camera do I look at? Issue number 1. A spot of trouble. This is gonna be so good. Ooh, I like that. I don't know, did they have a custom animation for that? To have hen. 1849. Friday. Look at you Europeans using 24-hour military time. The last few rays of sunlight bleed through the stained glass windows of this old bar. So, too, bleeds my nemesis. This grueling battle's lasted most of the day, but I finally have him where I need him. All it takes is one more blow. I steel myself and ready my weapon. You alright there, Alex? Do you know another word for spiky plant with soothing juice? How many letters? 4. Okay, I don't know this one. I am Alex right now. Probably aloe then. My strokes are quick, precise. All it takes is 4 letters and my name and address, and I'll have conquered this week's crossword magazine. I seal my trusting weapon by putting on the cap and snack on some celebratory peanuts. All I have are pecans. Come on, you silly little things. Why won't this bag open? I hope this is actually in the story. Please tell me he struggles to open the peanut bag. I'll feel less guilty. No! Curses! I cannot even open the bag! Fine, I have to use my weakness. Scissors. They're so salty. I think I just swallowed 5 times my daily recommended sodium intake. You know those contests are all rigged, right? Jules won a hairdryer once. The one he had to pawn off because he doesn't have any fur. He still won. The Sphinx cat is on the stool next, the Sphinx cat on the stool next to me looks up from their phone like a fish coming up for air. Yes, we need non-binary in these stories. And oh my gosh, the yellow tank. With the purple. Everybody's got style. Call me scam because you got style. It doesn't stop them from continuing to scroll down a never-ending newsfeed of celebrity gossip and food photos. All while stirring a cup of tea with their other paw. A true master of multitasking, this one. With the owner out for a smoke, it's just the 2 of us here right now. Some would say it's pretty dead for a Friday night, but I don't mind. Sometimes the rich, bitter aroma of fresh coffee is better company than most of the regulars. Or so I like to tell myself to ease the crippling loneliness. Oh, don't be sad, Alex. I got you some pecans, which are actually kind of spicy for some reason. I don't know what the heck were in these pecans. They ran out of almonds and they gave me pecans instead. Curse you, unnamed corporate brand! What are you trying to get anyway? Trying to figure out loose voice still. Trying to go for that kind of nyah type of sound. All cats give me the nyah vibes. So, what you trying to get anyway? I close the magazine and stuff it into the messenger bag sitting at my feet, kicking it under the dark, scratched wooden counter. Grand prize is a new bike. They cock an eyebrow. The stirring stops, their tea still swirling in its cup. No doubt struggling to break down the entire pot of sugar they downed in it. That would be me. Oh, one giving up the ghost. Trying to get that accent down. Sorry, Lou. I've betrayed Lou. Oh, one giving up the ghost. It's becoming too southern. Curse you, American stereotypes. I nod my head solemnly, swallowing. Memories playing in my mind like a clip show episode. Also, Maestro's comment, a long one I want to read. I like when VN YouTuber doing different VN. It makes their channel unique, but if they do the same, I love. It is fun, comparing their voice and more. Oh, yeah, so yeah. I definitely love seeing so many people play this VN. It deserves it. I'm so happy to see just the love it's gotten, and I didn't want to watch anybody's until I played it. Did not want to spoil it. Even though I've technically read up to this part and just a tad more in a rough draft, but then I forgot everything because my brain's small. But yes, haven't played it with the actual this. This is not something I usually do much anymore with my face cam, but I had to for this, for the first episode. Anyway, I nod my head solemnly, swallowing. Memory playing in my mind like a clip show episode. Sucks, man. I've had that rust bucket since high school, but I still feel a pit in my stomach just thinking about it. And here in America, that's me with my car. Had that rust bucket since high school. Well, it's not that rusty, but we did have to fix the axles. You said it. I just had it fixed up last month too. Same. There's some things even a good oiling and lubricating can't fix. Wink. They are sneaky. Yeah. My love life's living proof of that. God bless its little wheels. It's been through a lot. They wipe a fake tear from their eye, popping a single peanut in their mouth. One pecan coming up. Fingers crossed it isn't spicy. Dad said it's just at the end of its lifespan. I'd buy a new one, but money's a bit tight at the moment. More like always, but Lou doesn't need to know that. Can you borrow someone else's? What about Max's? I don't ever see him riding it. That's because he just flies everywhere. Ugh, bury my face in my paws, resting my elbows on the counter. And he doesn't let me ride it anymore. How come? I kinda almost crashed it last week. I kinda almost crashed last time I borrowed it. Actually, I did crash. Fell right into the canal too. Damn near got hit by an underwater train when I tried to swim out. Who knew they went so fast? The door opens, and for just a second, a crisp spring breeze graces my fur, making it stand on end. Alex been getting into trouble again? I actually forgot who the voice was. Said I read it, completely forgot. What else is new? Feathers tickle the back of my neck, and I feel a clawed hand on my shoulder. Oh, now I'm struggling to try and figure a voice for him. Well, if it ain't the namesake of this place. There he is! You better not be molting right now. Hey Willie, how's the weather out there? I catch the telltale scent of cigarettes and freshly ground coffee. The rotund rooster slips beneath us. I mean, between us. The rotund rooster slips between us, offering Lou the closest thing to a smile with some. The return rooster slips between us, offering Lou the closest thing to a smile someone without pliable lips can muster. Even with just the three of us in here, his presence fills the room. Absolute shite it is. They're expecting some spring showers in a couple hours, so I hope you brought your raincoats. Nothing out of the ordinary for Schippersburg. Damn it, I misspelled Schippersburg. So close. Curses. I spelled it with an ERG. No. Okay, now. Oh, I thought autocorrect would be like, that's correct. It doesn't even know Schippersburg exists. They will know someday. Anyway, nothing out of the ordinary for Schippersburg. Lou takes a sip of their tea. The slurping is very audible. I like it. Sun's terrible for my skin anyway. Well, I don't. All this rain lately, it hasn't been good for business. Oh, it's Willem. My brain's stuck. My brain is stuck. And the anniversary coming up and all. And as always, I love the comic, the dot effect on there. Ah, the little details. And the background with it too. Ah, come on. And of course, you can't miss the wooden diamond. Nah. The thing next to it. We got the flag. Flying our flag. By the way, anniversary. First time I heard about that. Blimey. Don't tell me you forgot about the big 25. You didn't put up any flyers or anything. How are we supposed to know? Pardon me for thinking I built up enough of a reputation. I'm probably not getting the intended accent that the writer wants from him. But I don't know. I'm just vibing with this voice for Willem. The Hain does apparently appear in some sightseeing guides. Probably the only LGBT bar that does. I've been coming here almost every week since college, so I know some of the stories. Used to be an old church building that sat abandoned for decades after the war. Which war? According to Willem, the Schippersburg City Council kept making plans for it. A recreation center, a mall, even a museum at one point. But they dragged their feet for so long that they eventually just decided on demolishing it. That's when Willem ended up buying it for dirt cheap. To say it took a lot of elbow grease to fix up is an understatement. He showed me pictures of what it was like before, and the building had more holes in it than a cheese factory. He did keep the stained glass windows. Even the church bell still works, allegedly. Though I've never heard it ring. Probably misread that. Speaking of red, hi, I am doing the thing. And this is so good so far. Oh, God. But you should be going to sleep, young man. I know it's late for you, so yeah. Feel free to stay on or pop up or whatever. I don't know why I need to say that. I'm just like so nervous right now. Like in a excited, nervous way. I'm like, Jeez, I'm going crazy. Lately, the only thing anyone's talking about is that art gallery across the street. What's an art gallery got that I don't have, eh? About? They scroll down on their phone. I catch a glimpse of some old-looking paintings on their screen. 10,000 followers. I'm messing up Lou's voice already. Lou, I'm so sorry. I'm not doing Lou justice. Oh no. cries in English. Is it Optigoid? Or Optigoid? Optigoid. I've seen their ads and billboards around town. And the game is running great for me. If you see any buffering, that's just because my internet and whatever is bad. That is a me thing. It's not you, it's me. And me no like you no more. No, I'm kidding. Apparently, they've recently bought in a dress made entirely out of euro bills and diamonds, worth a whopping 6 million euros in total. Forget the bike. I could probably buy out an entire biker gang with that kind of money. Okay. Opgaduket. The more you know. Don't know if there's any accent marks, but I'll try my best when I remember. Yes, cries in English. Nah, I should cry in American, because we're worse. But thanks. Anyway, for one gallery? They shrug. Art's getting more popular with young people these days. And they snag lots of big-name artists by the looks of it. They even have Van Howling. I'm trying to think, I'm like, is that name from somewhere? Is that... No. Tibbetts is... Nah, Tibbetts is something else. And Clifford technically had a different first name. Is there a Van Howling that we know of? Where in the Echo Cinematic Universe is he? Or they? Or she? Who? You ask me, I'd rather have a couple good regulars than a Van Howling or a faceless crowd of followers. I will have fun, Billy Bob. It is, yes, but where? Oh, that, yeah, Clifford Tibbetts. I forgot their first name. Do you even have an account? The rooster brushed his clawed fingers through his comb, shaking his head. Oh, for the love of God. No, that's Lou. For the love of God, it's 2035. Get with the times, Will. Al here can't help you out sometime. Lou's bony elbow hits me right on the ribs. I clear my throat. Yeah, so, when's the party? Next week on Saturday. You lot are welcome too, of course. He hands me an invitation printed on cheap printer paper. Lou leans on my shoulder to catch a glimpse of it too. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Need help decorating again? Oh, he is excited. Decorations, yes! Need help decorating again? I'd be chuffed to bits to have you. I gotta work next Saturday. Sorry. Oh, again? Man, they've been running you repair boys ragged lately. They take another step. That team must have gotten pretty cold by now. They really did. Sip the tea. Tell me about it. Haven't had a proper day off in months. Yeah, blue-collar work, man. I was talking to my brother about that. He had his first vacation break that he took in his entire career for it. I don't know if he's taken any other vacation breaks in his professional career, but yeah, this is his first one in this field. It's holy crap, dude. It's been over a year. Maybe more. Shoot, it's been forever. But tell me about it. Haven't had a proper day off in months. I think this screen is too long before the superhero stuff. It is the best part so far. Oh, to see our critique. Wait, I'm just a bit confused about that because I just kind of skimmed it. Oh, the scene before the superhero stuff. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I didn't mind it. Everybody has different opinions. And I kicked the mic again. Dang you, Mike! But tell me about it. Haven't had a proper day off in months. Offer still stand if you want to work reception with me. I think I got a better voice for Lou. I got a better voice for them. My manager already said, hard pass. Come on, beggars can't be choosers. The coffee isn't that bad. I point at my brow piercing, then at my tongue piercing. I have no tongue piercing. I have no piercings. What am I supposed to do about this? So you probably set off a few metal detectors. Big deal. One of my coworkers has more tats than a cheetah has stripes. Willem strokes his waddle. Pretty sure cheetahs have spots. I'll just keep doing repairs, I guess. You don't sound too happy. I feel like it's all I'm really good at. What a load of rubbish. Willie's right. I've tried your salsa chips. Thanks. But hey, if there's anything I can do, let me know. It feels like the only times I hang out with you nowadays are office parties. We really gotta meet outside work more. Right. We haven't even had to plan to meet up today. Well, we can catch a movie when things slow down. Good idea. There's this one I'm really wanting to see. I immediately feel a primordial sense of terror encroaching upon me, eating away at the very core of my being. And it's not just me having my acid reflux or digestion. If this is another horror flick, they click their tongue. I'm not sure they'd sell you another ticket to a horror movie after you screamed the house down last time. It's all coming back to me now. 'Cause it's all coming back to me. Sorry? The blood. The gore. The expensive popcorn I threw all over my hoodie. Shame. I can still smell the caramel. And if anybody pronounces it otherwise, you are immediately booted from life. I thought it was just gonna be some romance flick. No one told me there were going to be ghosts. Really? You passed out before the ghosts even showed up. Lou rests their chin on their hand. Nah, I'm doing it wrong. You can rest easy this time. That fish ain't my mother's coming out in a few days. The really bad musical? You mean the most amazing musical? The review I called it a god awful train wreck. Direct quote. And that was the nicest thing they had to say about it. Which is exactly why we would go see it. Don't make me drag Willem along instead. Don't make me stutter over my words again. But don't make me drag Willem along instead. Yes, the Lou voice. I'm trying so hard to get a good Lou voice. I went from New Yorker to somehow Southerner to this. And I'm liking this one the best. And Alex is coward. He deserves another pecan. Get your pecans, Alex. Willem, behind the bar, recoils, nearly backing into the wine bottles. Oh, shit! I ain't letting you rope me into another one of your what you pulled last month. Excuse me? Poltergeist 3 was a work of art. You have no respect for the classics. If that movie's a classic, I'm the Queen of Batavia. I suppose it's up to me to defuse this argument before the claws come out. The new Lions Brigade movie is coming out soon. Why don't we go see that? Didn't they end the franchise, like, what, 20 years ago? It's a reboot. Alex, aren't we a little old for comic book movies? I'm 28. Hell, you're older than I am. Old? Okay, boomer. Now, the new quote at that age is gonna be, okay, zoomer. And I'm gonna be offended. Exactly. Face it, Al. We're dinosaurs at this point. Fossils. Remnants of a bygone age. Wait, the year's 2035 and he's 28. I'm thinking about this. Uses maths. He was born in 2007. What a year that was for me. I actually have like a poster to the left of me of like my childhood like baseball team from 2007. I was only 10? 9? I was mostly 9. My birthday's at the end of the year. So, yeah, I was 9. But comic books, come on. They gotta slap. Even if I'm too crazy minded or too like sporadic minded to focus on one, they're good. But they're remnants of a bygone age. I get the point. Give it a couple more years and you can't even put twink in your profile anymore. They'll even start banning you on like various platforms for saying the word gay. I roll my eyes. So what makes musicals any better? Honey, let me tell you. Musicals let me pretend I at least have some class. If you're dinosaurs, what's that make me, eh? Ultra boomer. Someone who can pour us another round of drinks. You want a beer, Al? It's on me. One more for this dinosaur. Some bitterballin', too. You heard the man, Lily. You heard the man. We are all right now. Ah! Oh, it's beautiful. Ah! Let's take a second to enjoy the scenery. Okay, I may be getting a little lag. I think that might be because I'm CPU chugging. Oh my god, no! The hand at the bottom! No! Not the chase one! Come on, come on. Of course I know the one on the left, though. Don't tell my Amicus plushie I'm ogling this. Yeah. Nice. It's completely dark out by the time I leave. And oh no, indeed. This is probably the last part I was up to. But rain's tapping away at the awning, but the downpour hasn't deterred some of the usual Friday night crowd from exploring the crown jewel of Batavia, city of the future. Oh, Jesus. It hasn't deterred some of the usual Friday night crowd from exploring the crown jewel of Batavia, city of the future. I'm terrified to see what the, like, echo modern day America is gonna be like at this time. There's nocturnals heading to their jobs for the night, while a few brave diurnals go from bar to bar to celebrate the weekend, all underscored by the hum of underwater trains. Oh my god, look at this! Oh, it's animated too. How? yeah, we're looking for a version with a toggle for the animated BG since they tend to make some setups chug. Well, then again, I'm streaming too, so I mean, this computer's like from 2016, some 2016 MacBook, so kind of cruddy for streaming anything in general, so anything that takes a little more than your generic VN for anything will just do that. Even just when I've done VNs before or whatever, I think just streaming period just chugs my internet. I've tested my voice stuff before closing all my programs. Still have problems. Probably gonna get new Probably gonna get a new one eventually. So yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to help you out there. Anyway, we will stop ogling at the scenery and get back to the scene. All underscored by the hum of underwater trains. I can make out a few people swimming in the canals as well. Probably also out on the night of town. The stores still seem to be open down there. Schippersburg has a relatively large aquatic population, roughly a fifth of its inhabitants. The animation art director for the art said it was supposed to be an Echo universe, yeah, but decided to... Oh, wait, so this is... Yeah, forgot. This is not actually Echo in universe. But we do still have, like, Echo art, so that could be assumed in a sense to be more of, like, it maybe being, like, it's a story, how it's a story for us in our universe. Like, this is, like, the real universe, and the Echo stuff is, like, the fiction or whatever, or if it even exists in terms of fiction or writing. But yeah. So yes, it not Echo universe, but I love the universe in it of itself already. I don't think I've made any joke connections to this universe. I did make one to a different story, but yeah, the whole Echo universe for me is still fiction in mind. Anyway, roughly a fifth of its inhabitants. It got quite a large aquatic population. Most can't live on land full time, so a bunch of them live and work underwater, in the web of canals that run throughout the entire city. There's entire bustling neighborhoods down there. Stores, bars, churches, apartments, and, of course, the train station Schippersburg are known for. A far cry from the quiet port town it used to be over 100 years ago. Things quickly change around here. They have to. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the clock with the diamond design. Ah, I love it! Ah! Let me just ogle a little more at this scenery. When there's so many species with their own wants and needs living in one place, technology is constantly evolving to meet them. One company in particular has allowed this city's infrastructure to flourish. 20 years ago, Brevard Enterprises came out of nowhere and revolutionized the city, making it one of the most technologically advanced on the continent. Happy 7-year anniversary to Brevard Enterprises. Holograms, underwater transportation systems, recyclable breathing apparatuses. Even the town security system runs on Brevard tech. And they don't even crash. It's nothing short of a Marvel cinematic universe, and turned Schippersburg into a major tourist destination almost overnight. But yeah, the American in me just still is like, as nice as this is, I'm pessimistic as hell as imagining everywhere else around the world and how they've advanced in technology or regressed. Yeah. Anyway, but it is very beautiful. Let's keep our minds set in Schippersburg. Of course, there are some oddities. The man behind the company, Raoul Brevard, has never been seen public. He might as well be a ghost. He only communicates through spokespeople. He doesn't even have an online encyclopedia page. Nobody's even made a wiki page for him. Shame. The rumors surrounding him have gotten to the point where some people think he doesn't exist at all. He's just 3 people in a trench coat that he's made up by the higher-ups to sell some bullshit sentimental story. One man's dream and all that. On paper, though, he's technically my boss. Of course, I'm so far down the company hierarchy, I might as well be underground. Oh no, it's getting cloudy outside in real life. Oh no! It might rain in real life! My phone buzzes in my pocket. Oh, new phones don't do the whole... I sigh and extend a hand, twiddling my fingers to activate the holographic interface. I can't be bothered to grab it right now. Lion's face greets me, his piercing green eyes boring right into my soul. I should probably change my lock screen at some point, but it's been hard. Stefan. Oh, you're gonna make me have feelings for this mysterious Stefan now. My stomach turns, and I quickly swipe across the screen to make him go away. Even being inebriated doesn't make it any easier to look at him. Alright, notifications. A missed call from Mom. She's been out of the country for a while, but I don't think she has the whole time zone thing figured out. I should call her back later. You're gonna catch a cold standing out here like that. The door clicks shut behind me. Close the holographic interface like a child getting caught with his phone in class. Just waiting out in the rain. You'll be waiting a while. It's gonna be pissing down all night. Well, that sucks. Sucks to suck. God, just what I needed. More reflex. Got places to be this late? Just missed the Bruins. I have to pick up some things for lunch tomorrow. Well, hello to the old bat for me. Been quite a while since I walked in there. She asks about you all the time. Tell her I'm taken. Rooster fumbles with a soggy pack of cigarettes. Who's a lucky fella? I don't kiss and tell. You know that. How do you even do it? Easy. You tell someone they're cute, buy them a drink, and... not that. How do you kiss someone without any lips? You just... and then... he works with his beak. It takes practice. It does. He finally manages to light a cig, then takes a long drag, looking at me all the while. He holds the pack out to me. Fancy one? It's very tempting right now. And yet... nah, thanks. Been clean for a couple weeks now. Well, that makes one of us. Good on you. He puts the pack back in his pocket. Talk to me, Al. Sounded like you were in a rough spot. He puts emphasis on the spot part. Because, of course he does. This isn't an intervention, is it? I just asked you a question. I finally relent with the loudest, most exaggerated sigh I can muster. I'm fine. I'm not. I can handle myself. Barely. You know, I always land on my feet. Even if it feels like I break my legs doing it every time. The rooster takes another drag. I don't doubt that. You've always been a right clever bloke. Sometimes, I just worry. He blows a thick cloud of smoke in my face. I nearly have a coughing fit. Not some charity case. Wasn't saying you're one. He taps a cigarette, letting glowish. He taps a cigarette, letting glowing ash fall on the wet pavement. The rain slowed down to a very soft drizzle, making the scenery only marginally less depressing as people pack away their umbrellas. Mind if I tell you a story? It depends. He quickly shakes his head. This one's family friendly, I promise. Sure it is. A long time ago, right here, on a night like this, I was working a graveyard shift. Weekend after Pride, everyone was still sleeping off their hangovers. Nothing to do, no one to see. When in walks this college kid. I'd seen him pass the place a couple of times, but he never came in before. After some prodding, he told me he was gay. Scared as shite to tell his parents. Said I was the first person he'd talked to about it. Can you believe that? A complete stranger. You know what I said? That it wouldn't leave the room. And that I'd have a place to belong, no matter what. I don't mean to sound like a greeting card here, but we need other folks to survive, Alex. Sometimes I wish I had those myself outside of family members. Their own preconceived biases. Ain't no one gonna be better off if you keep bottling things up. I exhale. I'm just scared, I guess. Yeah? You heard Lou. We're dinosaurs. I'm almost 30, and I've been working the same job since I finished high school. You've got this place to be proud of. I got nothing. So, yeah, I'm scared. What if I never amount to anything? I suck my teeth, trying to keep myself from tearing up. My vision blurs all the same. It's the rain, or so I tell myself. I think it's okay to not have figured things out, Al. Personal opinion. You look at everyone else and they think they have it all, their baggage neatly packed away. The truth is, we're all still mucking about trying to deal with things the best as we can. He gestures to the crowd. Every single one of them. There's never any shame in not knowing who you are yet. Ah! You can't just do this to me! Especially in your bloody 20s. A few feet away from us, a large white mouth shrugs off the water still clinging to his coat. He looks at his watch before flapping his shimmering wings and taking flight. Just like that. He hovers above the ground for a few moments before taking off into the night as fast as they can carry him. My eyes follow him as he drifts above the clouds, and eventually, above the buildings themselves. Before long, he's just a dot in the sky. I clench my teeth. It's such a common sight here, but it fills me with awe every single time. Awe and envy. I take a deep breath, try my best to shake off the insecurity, and sling my messenger bag over my shoulder. I could use a cigarette right now. I'm heading out. Hey, have a safe trip home, you hear? I don't want to hear about you getting mugged on the news. I've been here how many times now? That don't make this city any less dangerous at night. Fine, I'll text you when I get there. And I'm sorry about the anniversary thing. I really wish I could make it. Tell you what. You help me clean the hands up sometime and it's water under the bridge. I know we ain't got the volunteer positions open no more, but I'd love to have you working behind the bar again sometime. Like the good old days. Of course. I mean, when you have time. When I have. Yeah. A big glob of rainwater drips down my neck as I step out from under the awning. It's freezing cold, and the sound that escapes my muzzle as it seeps down my back is less than flattering. Willem laughs and tosses what's left of his cigarette on the wet pavement, stomping it out. Have a good one, Alex. I mumble a bye myself, pulling up my hood and walking off into the night. Sorry, I wasn't crying there. I wasn't trying to be like fake tears, but I was just rubbing my face and yeah. I have to explain. I'm a YouTuber. I have to explain if I'm really crying or not. But that was a pretty hitting scene. And the part about not knowing what I'm doing. Yeah. Especially having somebody that could provide you a place as a friend. I need more of those. Alright. If you follow the canal down from the Haine, you eventually get to the old foreign quarter of the Sweetwater district. Most of its inhabitants are descendants of immigrants who came here after the war. It's by far one of the most densely packed areas of Schippersburg, with every square meter having a restaurant or store offering food or goods you can't get anywhere else. Feels like the one place in town where things slow down a little. There's fewer screens, fewer obnoxious neon signs, and just a little past the Indian restaurant I always forget the name of, there's a little corner store. Alright. Here it is. Oh my god! It's the word! Verde! Ah, I love it. Peace. Red took notes. He's like, what's your favorite Dutch word? I think he posted that on Twitter one time, and I was like, Verde. Weird? I'm not sure. Might be weird. Pronouncing it like green in Spanish, but basically means peace, and yes, of course, it is the title of the Eurovision song. Sue me. The dark, worn brick makes it stick out like a sore thumb next to all the more modern buildings. It's been graffitied all over. Some of this art is as old as I am, well, maybe even older. The city's offered to clean it up multiple times, but the owners steadfastly refused. Says it adds character. The bright pink sign reads De Bruin in a gaudy looking font. The dim lights inside might give the impression that the store is closed for the evening, but it's only open after sundown. That sounds shady, but really, it's just because the owner's asleep during the day, like most nocturnals. When I was still in college, I used to stop by at least once a week to get something to eat after clubbing. I'd grab some kielbasa and eat it all in one go at 3 in the morning. Those were the days. Unlike most of my other college food, the stuff here had some degree of flavor, on top of being cheaper than anything I could buy at a regular grocery store. So, win-win. I've got a lot less free time these days, but I still grab a bite every now and then. Ooh, look at this. Fancy, fancy. Oh, I mean, not really fancy, but I love how detailed it is. Very exquisite. The shrill doorbell announces my arrival. Almost loud enough to rupture any eardrums. Well, mine at least. This store is an assault on every single one of my senses. It's cluttered and claustrophobic in a way that the smallest of corner stores can manage. There's bright, colorful, foreign packaging on every shelf. I can't even begin to read the text on half of it. Foreign sweets, foreign booze, foreign spices. And my favorites, foreign pastries they usually keep under glass near the counter. The smell's good enough to make both my eyes and mouth water. The entire experience crammed into a place probably no bigger than my living room. Probably the greatest fire hazard in town. Mrs. De Bruin? I'm greeted by a voice almost as squeaky as that front door before its owner comes hobbling out of a small hallway behind the counter. There she is! Ah! Alex! Sweetie! Good luck with my old grandma voice. I'm gonna die after this. Need some water. She rubs at her eyes, fixing her brightly covered headscarf that I've never seen her without. Her eyes, or at least what I could see of them, light up when she sees me. I can't help but smile back at her. It's like I'm seeing my grandma again. Except with wings. And big ears. And suspiciously sharp teeth. Hey, Mrs. De Bruin. It's been a while since I last saw you. You've gotten so tall. I'm pretty sure she's just gotten a bit smaller. With a grunt and a crack of her back that can't be good news, she drags out a milk crate from underneath the counter to stand on. She can't reach the register without it. My God, this is so cute. It's only, well, it's old and battered from years of use. I remember local kids making a game out of trying to steal it. I won't confirm or deny being one of said kids. As many tricks up my sleeve as spots on my face, the neighbors used to say. How have you been? She wrings her bony paws, almost knocking over a small newspaper stand with her wings. It's as if it's a question she's been preparing for her entire life. Wonderful, dear. Absolutely wonderful. Her Lakian accent as thick as it always been in the 22 years I've known her. Business has been, what's the word again? Exploding. Booming? Booming, yes! It's the tourists, dear. The rainfall's put a bit of a damper on things. But on good nights, we have more customers than the Lutetian Museum. I see more tourists than townsfolk these days. Probably stopping by Schippersburg for the weed. Yes, and the coffee shops. I was just telling Andrea the same thing. It's good to see young ones so interested in the local culture. Yeah, it's the weed. The face he makes. Yep, Alex, yep. You'll be taking the usual, yes? Uh-huh. Can you pack in one extra this time? I could use a little boost. For you, I'll pack 2 extra. You're thin as a rail. You could use some meat on those bones. I just eat what my budget allows, really. Oh, definitely not enough then. 3 extra it is! Oh my god, Grandma! Yes! Oh my goodness! Oh, she's the best. You have to take care of yourself, Alex. How else will you get another boyfriend? Hmm? After dying a little inside, I clear my throat. It's okay, ma'am. I'm not exactly on the market right now. Ah, nonsense. The market stays open until the meat goes bad. You'll never know when another customer will show up at your door. Sheesh. How do you think I met Andrea? Mrs. De Bruin, LGBT confirmed? We got a sweet old lesbian lady? Bingo club? Online dating? And let me tell you, the 90s were a different time. None of those apps or hookup places or... Please stop. Back in my day, we had dial-up connection. Back in my day, I would go over to my friend's house to play Call of Duty, and whenever we would have... And whenever we were there, my friend would have to stop playing if his mom was on the phone. Oh man, that was one thing I specifically remember. It was like, we play Call of Duty, and if like, his mom was like, I gotta make a phone call, I'd be like, fine, we have to wait. Okay, now we can go back to online gaming. You youngins have it easy, is what I'm saying. I guess I've been playing this game on hard mode all this time then. She waddles over to the pastries. As she bags them, their sickeningly sweet smell starts wafting through the air, overpowering nearly everything else. I grab my wallet, taking out a €5 bill, and she hops onto the milk crate and starts tapping away at the register. Alright. This plus that, carry the 2, and... Oh, we're open. Excuse me for a moment, dear. She hops off the crate and heads for the door. I'm left standing there, €5 bill in hand, so close to my pastries I can taste them already. Give me the pastries! I need those pastries! Open up, Granny, I know you're in there. More knocking. No ramming. Door handle rattles widely, sending the bell connected to it into overdrive. Prick my ears up and sniff the air so I can maybe get a hint of who or what it is. But I can only smell the pastries. Slinking behind the stacked shelf facing the door, I take out my phone. Open! Ah! No! Don't kill her! No! No! That sounded horrifying. The person on the other side, or the person on the other end, the person on the other end kicks the door so hard I see wood bits coming off. Up! It opens inwards, dear. You need to push, not pull. Mrs. De Bruyn's voice is as soft and sweet as always. No, Alex! No, I'm scared! Alex! She's probably used to stuff like this by now. Meanwhile... Oh, for this dude, I'm already starting. Meanwhile, I'm over here failing to dial emergency services because my hands are trembling so hard. Oh, sorry. Don't worry, dear, it happens all the door slams open inwards, creaking so hard it's a miracle it's still on its hinges. Uh-oh. Ah! No! We got... I kinda know what happened. I peer over the bags of sweets on the shelf to see some sort of fish standing in the doorway. He doesn't look so nice. He looks very mean. Is it a barracuda? It's hard to tell when the lights are turned down so low. Time. The door crashes shut behind it with the ring of the bell and the splintering of wood. That wood is squishy. I am terrified somebody's in that door getting squished. I duck, hoping to God he hasn't seen me yet. Oi, ma'am! What all the 7 C's is you haven't paid your fees yet? Fees? Emergency services. Emergency services, emergency services! Oi, so those large ears of yours ain't just for show. Ha 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 ha. Mrs. De Bruyn lets out an affronted gasp. I don't know if it's because of the insult or whatever this pirate act is supposed to be. That's right, Granny. Fees. Fees, protection money. Keeping the streets clean doesn't come cheap, you know. There be debts to be paid, coffers to be filled. I pay taxes as everyone else, thank you. Well, see, this is a new kind of tax. You pay us, and we make sure nothing bad happens to you. Give and take. You get what I'm saying, ma'am? Madam. That won't be necessary. This is one of the safest neighborhoods in the city. Oh, but accidents happen when you least expect them. You don't want that now, do you? Well, neither do I. And neither does Captain Ahab, scourge of the salt water. Is that a threat, dear? Is that a threat, dear? Bullshit. The saltwater syndicate doesn't make threats, Mom. It's just a suggestion. I've dated eels less slimy than this guy. Sheesh! No! What is happening? Oh, thank goodness. I get as low to the ground as I can. Finally managed to tap the call button. Shit. The line beeps, and for a second I hear my heart pounding in my throat. Hello? I steady my breathing and try to be as quiet as I can. The barracuda continues his shtick. Help me, please. Thank you for calling Schippersburg Emergency Services. For matters involving the police, please press 1. Fuck. Voice command not recognized. Please refrain from calling emergency services outside of emergencies. Continued misuse will lead to... I close the call, crawling over the edge of the shelf to peek around the corner. No! Don't hurt her! No! Not Mrs. De Bruyn! No! And were I to even have money, where you'd be the last person I would consider giving it to.
or anywhere I even have money, you would be the last person I would consider giving it to.
The barracuda grins widely at her. His teeth are sharp as knives. He's got her back up against the counter now. She's clinging to it for dear life. Then I suppose we'll have to do things the hard way, won't we? The barracuda's hands go where I can't see it. No! Don't do it! No! I hear a click, and then a gasp from Mrs. De Bruin. No! Next thing I know, the man's got a pistol pointed straight at her head. It's an old flintlock pistol, like something straight out of a pirate movie. Except it's real. And right in front of me. And probably doesn't fire blanks. Someone has to do something. I have to do something. I'll think. I scan the shelves for anything I can use. Maybe there's something heavy in here. My eyes fall on a large plastic condiment bottle. I try sniffing it to see what's in it, and I have to hold a pained sob almost immediately. It's sweet, sour, spicy all at the same time. Are those onions floating in it? What is this unholy concoction? Oh, come on, get it together, Alex. You have to do this. For once in your life, get your shit together. I get up, gripping the bottle so tight I can feel my paw getting sweaty. Hey! My voice cracks 5 times shouting a 3-letter word. Hey! Good going, Alex. Very intimidating. His head snaps in my direction immediately. Right away, I feel the semblance of courage I had moments ago drained from my body. You leave that lady alone right this instant! I charge forward, condiment bottle in hand, running on nothing but pure adrenaline and a few bottles of cheap beer. Oh, you wanted a rig! I catch him off guard, and using whatever force I can muster, slam the bottle down the fishbowl helmet. While the soft material it's made out of cushions a blow, the barracuda falls flat on his ass regardless. The cap of the bottle on the ground next to him. He looks up at me, dazed, growling. It'd have been funny if he wasn't carrying a deadly weapon. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, Hound. I'll cleave you to the brisket. If looks could kill, this guy would be hacking me to pieces right now. I'm pretty sure that's what he wants to do either way. I don't understand the pirate lingo. He reaches for the gun again. This is it. All I wanted was a pastry, and I didn't even get to eat it. No, sad Alex, no. Life's cruel. He points the pistol at me. I wince. I close my eyes. I squeeze the bottle. Oh, I thought buttermy biscuits. I hear something clatter on the floor, and when I pry my eyes open, I have to resist the urge to immediately shut them again. What was in that bottle is now all over the would-be robber's fishbowl helmet, dribbling down into his designer jacket. Ugh, the smell is absolutely putrid. He rubs at his helmet to clear it, but it just stains his sleeves red. Shit, I mean, when I get my hands on ye be. You're gonna be a shark chow, you mangy dog. I turn to Mrs. De Bruin. Ah, protect her! Run! Run! It takes her a moment, but she nods and disappears, sprinting for the door. Just me and Pirate Pete over here now. And Pirate Pete Davidson. Why did I do this again? He's rubbed away most of the sauce on his helmet, but the rest of his clothes are a mess of blood-red stains. Blood-red stains that smelled like an expired hot dog. I try kicking the gun away, but he's gotten to it before I can even get my foot up. This is what you get for messing with Ishmael, matey. No! Wait a minute. I'm so focused on my impending death that I'm completely taken off guard by the sudden sound of glass shattering into a million pieces. A rush of cold air washes over the tiny store, its intensity only matched by the sound of the booming voice that follows. Dawn has come to vanquish the night. I forgot his voice already. Oh, look at this! Oh! Oh! Oh my god. This is so good. I'm sorry, just ogle at this. When I turn my head, the storefront window is busted beyond recognition. Glass shards litter the old wooden floor. At the center of the destruction stands a large, hooded, masked canine, most likely a Rottweiler. His large, intimidating frame is cloaked in shadow, cape billowing in the wind, wearing. Here he is! I don't know what he's supposed to be wearing, actually. Not now. It's somewhere between a pro wrestler getup and an elaborate cosplay, and a shameless gimp suit. Is that neoprene? I thought fish who talked like pirates would be the weirdest thing I'd see all day. But the universe just loves proving me wrong. Not that I have any right to complain in my current situation. Drop your weapon, evildoer! Oh my god, look at him! He is angry. Who in the blazes are ye supposed to be? Pardon me, but the convention center's across the street. It's actually 2 blocks down, but you can't always expect accuracy in these kinds of situations. Ooh, there he is! I said drop your weapon, crook. There's an underlying growl in the canine's voice that just makes me shiver. You fucking mind who ya? You fucking mind who ya? Kid who be gabbing to, hound, or it's the plague for ye. I know exactly who I'm talking to. The canine folds his arms, tilting his head. I can read his expressions pretty well, even with the mask on. A no-good lowlife trying to bully people who can't fight back. I don't think Ahab would be very pleased if news got back you were robbing old ladies for pocket change. He looks at me. Just a little. or losing a brawl to Captain Hot Sauce over here. I don't know whether to be grateful or offended. Wasn't much of a brawl, really. What do you know about Captain I Am? Enough to know he'd be very, very disappointed. Oh shit, I went backwards. There we go. The Barracuda's frothing at his very dangerous and fanged mouth, his helmet filling up with bubbles. He aims the gun at the masked man. A little bit to the left. The canine doesn't flinch, even when he pulls the trigger. The gun makes a strange noise right before something wet and red seeps out of the barrel, dribbling to the floor below where it lands with a splatter. Ooh, got blocked by the sauce. He was goated with the sauce, as them youngins say. Kill me now. You gotta be! He smacks the gun against his palm. Shit in me! He tosses it aside, glaring daggers at me. You ruined my pistol! You ruined me pastries! Can we wrap this up, please? I'm a very busy man, you see. Bigger fish to fry, if you catch my drift. The fish redirects the glare at the dog in front of us. To Davy Jones' locker with ye. The guy's pirate act is less consistent than my income. Even though I'm keeping it up. Whack! Bang! Kazow! He charges at the masked man, who gracefully dodges, nearly sending him flying through what's left of the window. The Barracuda turns and pulls a knife from his inside jacket. All in the same movement. He swipes at the dog's throat, but the masked man's already ducked. Winding up for an uppercut that sends the robber crashing against the rack of gossip magazines next to the door. While its impact is undeniable, the exertion leaves the canine winded, panting. Had enough! The Barracuda twitches for a moment, then charges at him, as if to answer his question. The dog narrowly avoids another slash of the would-be robber's knife. But not the fist that connects with his stomach right after. The shelves shake when he makes impact with the floor. Bags and chips come running down. Supposed ye be asking ye that question? Try to make it more consistent now. The fish points the knife at the masked man. I want to help him, but my legs have turned to jelly. The crook's eyes narrow as he glares at me. Ye be next, mighty. No, you are. The dog rolls onto his back. Villainy 101. Don't gloat until the job is done. Okay. He kicks upwards, hitting the fish's hand, and the knife goes flying. Spot! My eyes meet the dog's, and I understand that without him needing to explain. Putting my shoulder forward, I run as fast as I can towards the robber. Oi! I crash into him hard. Light as he is, he goes flying, falling out of the broken window and onto the cold, wet street outside with a pitiful scream. He staggers to his feet, his once pristine jacket now covered in stains and spots, torn in more than a few places. You ain't seen the last of me, mutts! He gives me one final look before running across the street and jumping into the canal. The dog doesn't give chase. Hunter? I need to leave. The feeling of relief that washes over me, knowing this experience is behind me, is almost euphoric. I did it. I really did it. I made a difference. That's what I thought. The dog turns his attention to me. The colors of it. I don't know if I should be making that because that's like the racist signal or whatever. But I'm trying to do it as like the perfect meme of like that guy. I don't know anymore. What does this world come to? Anyway, the dog turns his attention to me. I brandish the bottle at him out of instinct. It's almost empty at this point. With a quizzical cant of his head, he laughs. Loudly. Raising the paw, he takes a step closer. He smells of expensive cologne, with hints of lime and ginger. Sheesh! I like it. Oh my god, we got some action there at in the upper region. Got a little bit of a stacking of melons. I'm not going to hurt you. What's your name? I'm so wound up I can't even remember my own name. Spot it is. He points to himself with a thumb. I'm known as the Dawn Hound. A proud grin stretches across his face, like I'm supposed to have any idea what he's talking about. Known by whom? Oh. Well, you see. He clears his throat, looking at his feet. I'm still getting the word out there. He goes quiet. I look past him, out the broken window, where people have begun to crowd around. You're not gonna go after him? Rest assured, he'll get what's coming to him. Ahab's men might be a slippery bunch, but they're not the brightest anglerfish in the ocean. He flashes what looks like a very fancy wristwatch at me. If they were, they might notice the trackers. Ooh. This is some spy shit. Who's this Ahab person? You've never heard of Captain Ahab? Scourge of the Saltwater? Can't say I have. Oh, well, you'll get well acquainted with him, I hope. And I did notice the little thing on the gun. Wink. Well, count yourself lucky. He runs a little crew in the Saltwater District. He puts air quotes on the word crew. They call themselves the Saltwater Syndicate. A gang of thugs, really. But lately, they've been getting bolder. And the police? He shakes his head. Can't do anything, I'm afraid. No one knows exactly where his base of operations might be. Every safe house they've busted has been, well, a bust. But that's where I come in. I'm going to... He catches himself. I can't tell you any more than that. Confidential information. Hero. Things. Oh, this is so fun. I love it. I'm clapping my hands so much, I'm like giddy as all get out. He says that, but his tail's wagging like crazy. I must be the first to ask about any of this.
Say, I couldn't help but notice the logo on your hoodie. You work for Brevard?
Regrettably.
You are fired now! Just like goes up to him. Fired. Don't enjoy your job?
Not much of a job, really. I'm just a gopher in repairs. It pays the bills. Who knows? If I'm lucky, maybe I'll have paid off my student loans in time for my retirement home.
I had no idea the situation at the company was that dire. I mean, what?
Huh? He looks away, fidgeting.
Cancel everybody's student loans right now.
Just instantly, it's like next day, Brevard Enterprises cancels all their employees' student debts by paying everybody's student loans off.
Nothing.
I hear a beep. Something lights up under his hood. He touches his ear, and then I hear a voice.
Police are closing in on your position. I suggest making escape now, sir.
The accent sounds foreign.
Rus, most likely.
I went for a British. Why did I go for British this whole time? Silly me. I don't know if I would be good at my Russian accent. Not since I've done Valamir.
You know those days of Berry of Paradise?
And I don't think it would match this character very well. If I wasn't confused as hell about everything going on, I'd say it was very sexy. I mean... okay, now. I needed that.
Right. Target swam through the net. Over. I will watch him like hawk watches over her sleeping young. He will not leave my sight. He will not leave my sight. Wasn't expecting anything less from you. Over and out.
Gotta go?
Much as I'd like to stay and chat, it was a pleasure meeting you, Spot. You really held your own back there.
He extends a paw. I take it and shake it. He's got a really firm grip, but that's to be expected. Alex. My name's Alex.
Spot fits you better. You know, because of all the...
He gestures to my face.
Oh no! Don't make him sad! You made him cry! No!
I gotta give him a cookie now. Alex, take the cookie. Here, you deserve a cookie. Don't cry. Hey! I swat his hand away, much to his amusement. Oh, happy tears. We lock eyes. There's a goofy grin on his face. He's kind of cute for a guy in a gimp suit. I can hear police sirens in the distance. I guess the voice on the radio was right. Maybe Mrs. De Bruin called them over. I'll see you around then. I'll see you around then?
I should hope so. I could use a sidekick.
Sidekick? But pretty sure I saved your bacon there, big guy. I poke his belly. He laughs Oh no, I don't know how to pronounce this word, but I've seen it before. Is it raucously? I never had to say that word. He laughs raucously.
Exactly. Can't think of a better person to fill those shoes. You've got the spots. Now earn the stripes.
I'll have to fetch my resume.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
He pats my shoulder. His paw's so warm. Or maybe I'm just really cold and clammy.
Good night, Spot.
Night, Dawnhound.
Feels strange to hear. Other people call me that.
It's a hard name to forget. I wink at him. What I can see in his face turns bright red.
I'll be off then. Farewell, citizen.
Oh my god, it's just so... How do you mix all the different emotions in so perfectly? How? He's got the comedy, we got the dramatic action, we got the heartfelt romance. We got it all.
And so my savior turns, cloak swishing in the wind as he hops out the window and vanishes into the night. Coffee sometime?
Oh my god. That was such a good scene.
Home.
Oh, it's Wonder Weasel.
I think I remember that was one other thing I heard. That's all I know.
Spoilers, Wonder Weasel exists.
Like, there, but whatever. Look at all those designs, though. Sheesh. Ooh, holographic computer. I'm easily distracted. But I'm going to take a quick break just because I am thirsty and I'm going to fill up on some water. So, sorry to do this to y'all, but a BRB.
Okay, I'm just about ready. I'm just gonna finish off the pecans. Hopefully they're not too spicy. I don't know why I thought they were spicy. I guess I mistasted them. So I'm trying to eat them off camera. I'll just like mute my mic for a sec. All right, let us, didn't know if you could hear that, but yeah, let us get back into things. Gaming setup, that's the right one. Sip of water to rinse things out. And vibes that are good. Let's continue. 2:07:30, I think. Maybe a little after that. But yeah, this is really good vibes. I am so chill out to this. This would be good just for my streams. I do like my drawing or my truck simulator streams and all that. It'd be so nice. Because last time I did that, I spilled it. My crazy eyes made me spill it. What's the worst that can happen? Alright, let's continue then. Jesus Christ. Turns out that when cops find you alone in a store with busted windows and destroyed shelves, they might have questions for you. I was damn near about to get put in cuffs when Mrs. De Bruin showed up to explain what happened. She looked the most frazzled I've seen her. I was hoping to get some time to myself to decompress, but when I get home, it's almost 11. Stepping into the living room feels like walking into an entirely new world after all that happened. Less adventurous one, I can only hope. Seems like Max already went to bed. He left the mail on the kitchen counter, along with some empty nectar bottles. I'll have to check it later. I didn't know North Chris can sing. I'll have to listen. Well, I did hear him sing once. I'll have to hear him sing another time. Anyway, once my manager's bag's on the table, I put my seriously flattened, but still edible, pastries in the fridge. Most of it's been taken up by what looks like to be enormous casserole? Lasagna? Ugh, an abomination. Let's go with that. Huh, there's a sticky note attached. Save some for you. Max. I touch it through the plastic foil and immediately regret what I've done. Hard as a brick and slimy as all get out at the same time. How do you even manage that? It's like I'm poking brain matter. It smells even worse. Ugh, gross. Collapses in on itself when I retract my hand. Suddenly, I don't feel like dinner for the next 5 days. I try to ignore the abomination as best as I can and just go for a can of soda and a bowl of potato chips. The cornerstone of my any nutritious diet. I shouldn't be having caffeine this late, but there's no one stopping me, is there? My usual spot on the couch is secured. I stuff a handful of potato chips in my mouth. Shoot, my hair is like coming down and now I look like
like a horrible person with this. That or somebody with really terrible political takes. I don't want to be that, but I'm too lazy to comb my hair. I'll just do this instead. Or that. This looks totally normal, right? Will you be able to take me seriously if I tried? Nah, I can't. It'll just be this for now. Could gel my hair, but effort. My usual spot on the couch secured. I stuff a handful of potato chips in my mouth. TV, turn on. The screen flashes to life, lighting up the room and almost incinerating my retinas in the process. Good evening, Alex DeRouge. The date is Friday, April 16th, 2035. The time is 22:56. What would you like to watch this evening? I shrug. Surprise me. Analyzing current emotional state. Mine would just be like non-stop horny. High stress levels detected. No kidding. Analysis complete. Selected programming will now commence. Enjoy your viewing experience. And remember, when you think of the future, think of Brevard. Yeah. This is like Amazon levels of terrifying. No, you cannot watch this. You must pay for the premium. If I got €1 every time I heard that, I'd be as rich as Brevard himself by now. It might be Brevard, but I like to say Brevard. Ooh, there he is! The man! Both of them. Sheesh!
You really think he is the one? He faced an armed enemy, alone, without a moment's hesitation. I figured even you would be impressed. He caught common robber unawares and lived to tell tale. He was reckless, careless, lucky. Had it been the real battlefield. Oh, lighten up, sunshine. You're taking this even more seriously than I am. And you are not taking things seriously enough. One thing to play vigilante, but to place trust, life, in hands of this untrained stranger would not be prudent, sir. You forget, my friend, the greatest man and women on earth were untrained strangers once. As was I. As were you. All it takes to be a hero is a nose for trouble and the balls to go look for it. Ooh. Alright. Very well. We will see if he has potential.
Okay, good. No threats detected. Whew. I was really worried there'd be threats. And there's a certain someone that I know that did this background. Saber, come on up. Yes, you. Come on, show yourself. Nah. Saber's probably asleep. He texted me, he's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be asleep when you do this. Yeah, it's like midnight for them, or later now.
Knew you'd come around. I am not around. I'm not even in vicinity. But I am intrigued, I suppose.
I'm sure... I shouldn't say it yet. I'll wait if he shows up again. No puede vedutos, Leonardo. Sabes que me caso lo amanecer. Miloso del desierto. Otter on TV. Wolf on TV. Come on!
Ni lo sé te desierto, mi niegas de distreses yo sopla. Al menos permítele por mi favor aquí con el sol cantar. Yo te... Change channel. From the creators who brought the stars to the stage 3 times before comes another galaxy-spanning adventure like no other. Adastra on ice. Relive the... Change channel. Has this ever happened to you? I'd love to buy a car, but most models are so small. There's just no room for my neck. When I drive, my trunks get tangled around the steering wheel. Oh, I've had 3 accidents and counting. What do I do? Brevard brings the solution to your doorstep with its patented. Change channel, please. And now for the local news. I'm about to change channel again when Mr. Brune's storefront appears on the screen. A robbery in the Sweetwater District tonight was narrowly thwarted by 2 unlikely heroes. Oh no, I swallowed the potato chip I've been chewing on for a good while. I almost fall right off the sofa when I lean forward. The situation seemed dire for 63-year-old store owner Maria de Bruin after a robber claiming to work for the Saltwater Syndicate forced her against the counter, holding her at gunpoint. It's the latest in a sting of recent robberies claimed by the Syndicate. Police suspect, as it switches over to security footage, my phone lights up like a beacon. Willem's calling. Yeah? So I'm watching the news. And you come on. Can you believe they're rebooting Adastra again? Don't go changing the subject on me. That bloke wants to stop a robbery at Mrs. De Bruin's place. That wouldn't happen to be you now, would it? I give the screen a glance. Sure enough, there I am, bottle in hand. Oh my god, he is shirtless. Shirtless Alex. Did not spot that. At least they took the courtesy of blurring out my face. Not that it matters with all my spots. That could be anyone. You leave that lady alone right this instant! Anyone. I thought I told you to give me a ring if anything happened. Shit, right. I was going to text him when I got home. I'm sorry. Are you alright? You're not hurt, are you? Just a few scrapes. I'm glad Mrs. De Bruin is okay. Can't say the same for her store, though. Who's the big lad? I look at the big screen just as Dawnhound breaks through the window and strikes a pose. Oh, he just showed up. He called himself the Dawnhound. Dawnhound? I bite down on another potato chip. Yeah, he had a costume on and everything. Like the Stinger. Except the Stinger's outfit isn't quite as, whatever that was. Frankly, I'm still processing it. Crazy, I thought he was a stripper or something. I'm a stripper. What's the modern sex toy? Oh, my God. I wish. What? Nothing. I hear him grind his beak. Anyway, I would have died if he hadn't been there. I'm glad you're still with us. You still got a bar tab open. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's what I was thinking when they kind of disconnected. Like, it isn't like, you know, as in like
the fiction or whatever is like changing their reality or whatever. But yeah, like I meant it's supposed to be as in fiction, but yeah, I could see that being like a preferable thing to have it be its own separate entity. Like it really stands well on its own, even with the little VN references. They don't stick out though, luckily, too much. Or well, they don't. They're not like, what is it, like too distracting? Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you're still with us. You've still got a bar tab open. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. You know Lou's gonna want to hear this too. Knowing them, they probably already read about it on 10 different news sites. They'll want to hear it from you personally. It's the snide remarks I'm worried about. Well, that's what friends are for, aren't they? Fine. I'll let them know what happened at work tomorrow. Attaboy. Good night, Alex. See you at the hay. Night, Willie. In other news, a spokesperson for Raoul Brevard, CEO of Brevard Enterprises, has now announced plans for the company's expansion beyond Batavian borders. Change channel. End scene. Ah, my arms! I stretch and yawn, shutting my eyes for what feels like a blink. But I can't get my eyelids open. This is weird. I wasn't sleepy at all 2 seconds ago. And the next thing I know, I'm somewhere else entirely. It's so dark I can't see my hands in front of my face. I can hear the sound of water dripping in the distance. The pattern is very irregular. I prick my ears up and hear another sound. A more rhythmic pounding against the ceiling right above mine. It's softer, more distant, and it moves back and forth like footsteps. I try walking, reaching out to see if I can maybe find a wall to follow, but all I can find is a more inky black void. Sniffing the air, I immediately retch. Oh, smells like shit. No, worse. What is this place? Someone's basement? Someone's here, at least it seems. Who was that? Hard to talk while dry heaving. It's good to see you. I have been waiting for quite some time. The voice is coming from all around me. Like it's inside my head? What the fuck? I try pinching myself. This is no dream. What do you want? You. Get in line. You misunderstood. That's an understatement. I don't understand anything. What are you, a ghost? Your behavior is unbecoming of you, Alex DeRouge. You're here because you feel lost, unappreciated, helpless. A ghost with a major in psychology. Great. There are many like you. This city has lost hope. But it is not completely without. Ah, stop doing that! Stop talking through me! It needs someone to nurture it. Someone to protect it. It needs you. The voice rings in my ear after it finishes talking.
You will come here again when the time is right.
The irregular dripping grows louder, as do the footsteps, until it's a cacophony of indescribable noise. Something shakes me, and I lurch forward, out of the darkness, so fast it leaves me reeling and gasping, falling over. Ugh, buddy. Hey, buddy. Buddy. The ground underneath me is soft. It takes me a moment to realize it's carpet. My eyes snap open. I don't even know they were closed. A blurry shape hangs over my head. I recognize those bright colors. Those bright colors. Max? I sit up, banging my head against the coffee table and knocking myself flat again. Almost got another concussion there. The shirt! Oh my lord, what is this? Baby bitch. Oh my god. Or is it supposed to be bad bitch? No, it's baby bitch. Shit. You're really out of it, dog dude. Hangover? What happened? You tell me, man. I walked in on you tossing and turning and moaning on the couch. Then you just fell off. Fucking hilarious. Wish I recorded it. I rub my eyes. My head hurts like hell. I don't know whether to blame the coffee table or the nightmare. I didn't wake you up, did I? Dude, it's 10 in the morning. You're up before noon? I have to start making an effort if I want to get through an entire season of Pretty Bunny Angel. Or Pretty Bunny Angel Heart a day, my guy. I have a lot to catch up on. I look up at the crushed potato chips scattered all around me. Shit! What time did you say it was? 10? Oh no. Shit! I scramble to my feet, rushing to the bathroom. Don't look at my phone. I don't dare look at my phone. Brush my teeth, fix my fur. Buddy? Can't talk, gotta head to work. I run a comb through my fur between my ears. Doesn't help. Save a spot for me on the couch. I might just lose my job today. Join the club. Do you need me to make dinner tonight? No. Please no. I'll just get some takeout. Gotcha. When I decide I look and smell presentable, I rush for the door. Max has already taken his usual spot on the couch, where he'll most likely stay until the sun goes down. Bye! See you later, roomie. Excuse me, passing through.
Hey, watch it!
Sorry. Whoever said they hate Mondays has clearly never experienced Saturday in Schippersburg. Weave your way through the never-ending crowd of tourists and dodge cyclists who've never heard of traffic lights long enough, and I'm sure anyone would agree. Ooh, look at that. Is that an animated? Whoa, the bar thing is animated. Oh, that is cool. Not to mention the noise. I cut through the canals, but even those are so thick with people I can't see the bottom. Once I finally near the tram stop, I'm all but sprinting, barely looking where I'm going. It's a mistake I regret almost immediately. Gah! A whirlwind of paper scatters to the floor as I collide with a woman walking the other way. And I land right on my tailbone, pain ripping through my body. The woman's still standing with barely a scratch, it seems.
Mrs. Tibbets?
She's staring right at me, but she doesn't look angry at least. Hard to tell behind the glasses.
Oh, good heavens! Are you all quite alright, love?
Her voice is soft, high-pitched, almost princess-like. I'm sorry. I expect to be scolded, but all I hear is a soft giggle.
No harm done. It seems like we're both a little lost in thought, aren't we?
She reaches out, helping me get back up. Her grip's pretty strong for such a small lady. Dust myself off. Scrap of paper that was sticking to my jeans fluttered to the ground. I managed to nab it just before it flies out of reach. It looks like some sketches of people. The paper's frayed and yellowed. Must be pretty old. Nice drawing.
Oh, this isn't my work. I'm just bringing these over to the office.
I hand it back to her and kneel down on the ground to help her gather the rest of the papers, which she organizes and stuffs neatly into a worn-looking satchel. Some of these look like letters. Others look like notes. Only some are written in Batavian. Not just any Batavian either. Oh, Batavian. This stuff's 100 years old at least. Once the lady's gathered all the papers, she closes her satchel and proceeds to beam brightly at me.
Thank you so much for your help, sir.
Hey, it was my fault to begin with. What kind of job is you carrying around things like that anyway? If it's not yours, I mean.
Oh, nothing special, really. I'm the curator of... I need to scroll all the way up to the beginning of this chat. Help. Of Guptkit. The art gallery. Wow. We have an assortment of works from artists all over the world, past and present, famous and unknown.
Nothing special. That sounds like a cushy gig to me. I've heard about it. With the expensive dress, right?
Oh, the money talks gown? Yes.
Another giggle.
One of the many fine pieces in our collection, as I'm sure you're aware.
Really? I've never been.
Really now? In that case, you should absolutely come by sometime. We'd be more than happy to have you. No admission required.
But I'm a stranger. Isn't that,
Oh my gosh. Where are my manners?
She grabs my hand immediately, shaking it hard.
I'm Fenna.
No last name? I'm Alex.
Presto. We're no longer strangers. Delighted to meet you.
Still seem a little strange to me. I hear a whir behind me. Spot the train arriving at the stop at the corner of my eye. Oh, there's my ride.
I suppose I should be on my way as well.
She lets go of my hand, and when I open it, sure enough, there's a ticket for two to the art gallery. I wonder who he will take. God, first a store robbery, and a weird dream, now a guerrilla marketing trick? What is my life anymore? It was, nice meeting you, Fenna.
Likewise, Mr. DeRouge.
What? What? I'm sorry, what? Who? How? What? With a wave, she continues on. And it's only once I'm on the train that I realize I never told her my last name. What in the...
What are these scenes? I love how how well paced they are. They don't feel like they drag on for too long, and it feels like they really make the most of these scenes here. Anyway, by the time I stop off the tram and get to the office, I'm already tired, out of breath, and more than a little icky.
I need a sip of water for all that. God, I'm so tired. So just like any other workday, really. I still haven't checked my phone. If I'm gonna be fired, I want to be fired in person. I so hope I don't get fired. Why didn't I just call in sick? Well, it's flu season, right? Plenty of people get sick this time of year. I watched the automatic doors open like a prisoner watching a guillotine's blade being raised. Recepti. Fancy. No smoking. Extra fancy. Every time I do something with my eyebrows raised, I think I'd be like I imagine myself being like cool eyebrows raised, but anytime I do an eyebrow raise, I go crazy-eyed. I'm like, I'm crazy-eyed now. I'm the psycho person now. I don't know, that is the thing I don't like about my body gestures. I shudder and step forward, waving at a turtle passing me without looking. But hey, that's just me. I hear the familiar clinking of loose teaspoon before I see them, sitting behind the reception desk, looking anywhere but at the door until I clear my throat. Alex! Oh my god, the eyes! Where have you been? It's almost 11. It's a long story, believe you me. I don't know why this is like a normal phrase, I guess, apparently, in like English phrasing or language, but I never think it makes sense. I'm like, when people just say believe you, me, it sounds like there's something wrong, like there's a mistake, like believe me, or believe, like I believe you, or just believe me, like believe you, me just doesn't make sense. Why is English like this? It's a long story. You tell me. First, I had to read it online that you stopped a robbery last night. I swear, I was going to tell you. Oh my god, Alex, don't be so sad. I swear I was going to tell you. And now I have your supervisor breathing down my neck asking about you. Do you have any idea how long I had to cover for you? I don't know. 2 hours. Who does he think I am, your nanny? I tried calling, but you wouldn't pick up. Their frantic stirring finally slows down. I was worried, you know. Well, I'm sorry. They look me up and down. It's okay. Must have been a shitty night for you. You don't know the half of it. Thanks for covering for me. You want to thank me? Grab me a new coffee. They lift their cup. This one's got cold. Ooh, another quick scene. I love the eyes just like, oh. This is it. Please don't tell me this is the end of the update. Please don't tell me this is the end of the update. This is it. I've passed this office. Whew, thank goodness. I've passed this office 1,000 times before. But in my 10 years of working here, I've only been in once. I was usually on time. Until today. Mostly well behaved. Until today. Typically wore the uniform. Until today. Alright, no other choice. I go in expecting the worst. Turns out, even that was optimistic. A few minutes of verbal abuse later, and I find myself in the hallway again. No! Alex, no! No! Unemployed. Years of loyal service right down the shitter. My ears are still ringing. My supervisor was yelling loud enough for the entire floor to hear. No point sticking around here anymore, I guess. I hope I can somehow avoid Lou on the way out. I'm in no mood to talk to anyone right now. I start to make my way back to the elevator when I notice the guy standing just down the hallway.
Don't tell.
A Rottweiler, shorter than I am, but a lot stockier. He's dressed more formally than most people around the office, which makes him stand out quite a bit. Great. He'll definitely have heard that last exchange. At least, I think so. He's engrossed in a comic book right now. Those eyes do flick in my general direction when I stomp towards him. I really don't feel like talking to anyone. I just want to get to the elevators.
Rough day on the job?
Great. Just what I was hoping for. He flips another page. It's not an issue I've seen before.
Want to talk about it?
I feel like I know that voice. Or rather, I feel like I should know that voice. But I'm so frazzled I can't recall a thing. Not really, no. Weird thing to ask someone you don't know.
Is that true? From what I could hear out in the hallway, it got pretty heated in there.
Of course he's heard it. As if this morning hasn't been humiliating enough already. I got fired, okay? Happy now? He finally looks up from the comic, eyebrows furrowed.
Fired? I wasn't expecting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go home. And shop for a box of tissues and a bucket of ice cream along the way. Same, bestie. Should have done that when I got fired from my contract job. Or not fired, but like released. I think it's released. Yeah. Luckily I wasn't fired. Anyway. Maybe 2 buckets. I think they're on sale this week.
Ah, right. Well, don't let me keep you.
He does a little curtsy, comic book in hand. I only feel slightly mocked. No, Alex, stop tearing up! Alex, I'm so sorry, but I ate the cookie. You can no longer have the cookie.
I'll see you around, Spot.
Spot? His voice sounded a little different that time. Almost like... I freeze. But he's already walking off, turning his head one more time to look at me.
If you're free rest of the day, might I suggest visiting Opkaduket? They have a stunning new collection on display that can really turn a bad day around.
What? He turns the corner. Hey, wait! It's all coming together. He will use the Superman trick with the glasses. I'm sorry, but I really wanted the cookie. It was so good, and it was a sugar cookie, too. I try to follow him, but he's nowhere to be seen. He called me Spot. Surely he couldn't be... Was he the guy from last night? Nothing in that conversation made sense. He looked like he was waiting for me. But how did he know I'd be here? And at this time? I did tell that Dawnhound character I work in repairs at Forever.
But why would someone like him come here just to gloat about me getting canned? All he did was give me a clumsy cryptic message. Turn a bad day around. I fished the ticket Fenna gave me earlier out of my pocket. It looks normal enough to me. I turn her around in my palm. There's something handwritten on the back. I hadn't noticed it before with all the commotion and getting fired from my lifelong job, but it's definitely there. It's kind of weird. He's been working there for about 10 years. Imagine having a job for more than 6 months. Anyway. It's an address in Schippersburg, but not one I know of off the top of my head. Somewhere in the freshwater district. It's underlined with a fancy signature in 2 words. Signed, D.H. Dawnhound. So, definitely the masked gimp suit vigilante. I'm not seriously contemplating going to an address scribbled on the back of a card given to me by a total stranger, am I? I look at the supervisor's office door. Right. Nothing left to lose anyway. But first, I'd better stop by reception. Maybe Lou knows something. Company gossip rarely gets past them. Can't wait to pwn Lou. I approach the reception desk, probably for the last time. Lou's sipping a cup of coffee as always, glued to the reception's holographic screen. I clear my throat. Dude is cracked up. Oh my goodness. D-O-O-D-E, like Barley says, where it's like, dude, non-gendered. Pal, you need to get off the coffee, Lou. What is in the coffee? Lou, what's in the coffee? Alex, so how did it go? Let's just say we can hang out a lot more from now on, because my schedule's completely clear for the foreseeable future. They frown. I'm so sorry, Alex. I tried to smooth things over as best as I could. Don't know what I'm going to do now. I can help you look for job postings later if that helps. There's plenty of people in the city who could use a hand. I'll take just about anything. Even your desk job offer. That desperate? Very. We'll see. How about I take you out on a night out of the town? Just the 2 of us. Thanks, Lou. That sounds great. And we'll go see that musical. That sounds less great. They laugh. What about your kids? They got kids? I'll get my sister to watch them for the night. Shouldn't be a problem. I'll give you a call later. Just take it easy for now. I've noticed I've been getting sidetracked. Actually, there's something important I wanted to ask you. Lou's ears pick up. A dead giveaway they're hungry for some juicy news. Spill. Did you see a Rottweiler come by the reception earlier by any chance? Fancy clothes, pretty buff, kinda handsome. Lou looks pensive and takes another sip of coffee. Oh, let me tell you, honey. Let me tell you. Oh, never mind. Not that I recall. That's odd.
They usually notice everything. And the main entrance is the only way into the building for security reasons. Not to mention the clearance needed to use the elevators. You trying to score a hot dude? I don't dip my pen in the company ink glue. True, I'm like that with like work, where it's like, work is like a family. I'm like, nope. That is not where you make for romantic relationships. I hate when people are like, oh, but remote stuff, you can't make friends or whatnot. I'm like, yeah, just do it outside of work. I don't have to tie my whole life to work. Does it count as company ink now that I'm unemployed? I mean, if any employers are secretly watching, I still respect coworkers. I'm just like, unless I have any outside personal interests or commonalities, I'm not really that kind of person. Usually. Anyway. Does it count as company ink now that I'm unemployed? Technically not, right? They raised an eyebrow at me. Last year's delivery guy would beg to differ. I know it sounds crazy, but there was something off about him. It's probably just one of the new hires. I haven't heard anything about new hires. Only new fires as far as I'm concerned. Well, we are expanding. He looks kind of old to be new here. And, well, rich. He had a suitcase and everything. They lower their voice and put down their cup. What, you think Breveridge showed up to personally send you on your merry way? Their tone is sarcastic, but it still leaves me wondering. I'm not sure. Wait, you don't seriously think? I gotta go. Catch you at Hain? I'll keep his seat warm for you. Thanks. I turn for the exit. Nice. My eyes! Turn right, and your destination will be on your left. Turn right into tree. I'm pretty far from civilization now. I mean, I'm nearing city limits. Nothing but farmland out this way. Where the suburbanites live and the rich people live. There weren't ever any train or tram stops nearby either. I had to walk for 30 minutes just to get here. You only had to walk 30 minutes to get here? Honey, it takes me 30 minutes to walk from my home to the nearest grocery store. That is the American suburb dream. And for what? What are we here for? Just to suffer. Well, maybe 20-ish minutes, 25, but it's still kind of stupidly long. I don't see anything even remotely resembling Kira's hideout here. Ooh, fancy. Just an ancient-looking house with an overgrown yard behind a rusty old gate. Ooh, we got a fox, we got a bunny, we got a... I don't know what that animal is. But we got some beautiful designs. Just an ancient-looking house with an overgrown yard behind a rusty old gate. Actually, that's pretty high up on the potential hideout spot list. Still, this is the address written on the ticket. I yank the gate open. The banshee-like shriek of the old metal is painful. It shuts behind me. No turning back now. Walking down the cobblestone path leading up to the mansion, I pass statues that have all seen better days. They each depict canines in combat poses, some carrying weapons that have lost their edge. These look older than the stuff I've seen at the museum. Maybe it's just my nerves, but I feel like they're watching me, judging me. I sure as hell hope this place isn't haunted. I reach the front door, which looks like something straight out of a historical drama. It's got no doorbell, just a big old pair of knockers. Look at those knockers. No signs of life inside, from what I can see through the windows. No cars that I can see either. Oh, got a jet. It was fun watching. Oh, thanks, Icefang. Can't see the rest when you post it. Yes, the reactions are so fun. I can't wait to fully finish this update and then see everybody else's. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Be like reliving old times. Anyway, no cars that I can see either. I knock on the door. Oh, God, I must be going insane. Complete silence. Did my GPS lead me astray? I knock again. This time, I swear I can at least hear something inside. Barely audible over the sound of the rain starting to trickle outside of out of the sky behind me. I'm about to declare this mission a bust when a loud creak. The doors finally open, bathing me in a warm light and bringing me face to face with the largest crow I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry, I need to be respectful. He's dressed to the nines. No, tens! Face and beak scratched and scarred. His face is framed rather nicely by a pair of glasses. I guess this is the butler. A very dashing butler who looks almost... how should I put it? Nerdy? His eyes drill into the very core of my being. I'm taller than most, but I actually have to look up at him slightly. I feel small next to him. Insignificant. Scared. I mentioned catching a glimpse of bulging muscles, but that's all I see. Muscles. Guess household chores are good for something.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you?
A Rus accent. So this is the guy Dawnhound was talking to. Combined with his deep voice, it only makes him more imposing. Hi, I'm...
Master already donates to charities.
I'm not here for donations. I got this.
Master has no interest in essential oils or herbal supplements either.
God, no, I'm looking... God, look, I'm Alex DeRoche. I got the ticket with the address on it telling me to come here. It's only now that I realize how stupid that sounds. Someone shoot me. Is the robber from yesterday still around?
Give me ticket.
Wait, he bought it? I fish the ticket out of my pocket and pass it over. He scans the back of it with one eye. The other remains strangely still. He gives me a once-over.
We have been waiting for you.
Oh, seriously. Do you guys not see a character to Vienna and find them hot? I think we do. There's a hint of warmth in his voice now that wasn't there before. If I wasn't still a nervous wreck, I'd say it was almost alluring. Maybe it's the accent. You have?
For quite some time, yes.
He steps outside, holding the door open for me.
Hurry. There is storm coming.
No, not from Minotaur Hotel. Sorry. You don't gotta tell me twice. Right. Don't want your place to smell like wet dog.
Do not worry. I am used to it.
I sidled past him. He smells like citrus and pepper. I don't know if it's cologne or something he's been cooking. Definitely not a bad scent. The foyer's richly decorated. Beautiful red walls lined with dark wooden doors and bookcases that are all completely stacked, like a library from a fantasy book. Ooh, doggo? Candle? Is that Play Bunny? My eyes are drawn to an impressive bust of a canine sitting in an alcove on the far wall. Unlike the statues outside, this one seems to have retained its original bronze color. But just like the statues outside, it stares right at me, its eyes following me no matter which direction I look at it from.
I will fetch master. Please wait here, and do not touch anything under any circumstances. I will be back shortly.
Yes, sir. As he turns away, I can't help but notice his very defined features. He carries himself with elegance, especially for such a large man. He leaves through one of the doors. His footsteps echo around the large room. Instantly, I feel compelled to explore. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna make it a challenge. Anytime the word echo is mentioned, I'm gonna drink. I feel compelled to explore. I know he literally just told me not to touch anything, but I've never been in a rich person's house before. There's just so much to see. I'm pretty sure I could spend a year in this place and not get bored. I scan the shelves, looking for anything that catches my eye. Are these comic books? They sure look like comic books. This one has the entire Stinger collection. Would they notice if I snuck an issue home with me? Don't do it! Don't do it, Alex! This is a crime! Focus, Alex. Don't touch anything. Another sip, wow. A minute passes, then another. That ticking clock's starting to get on my nerves. I try some of the doors, but they're all locked. Even the one the butler went through. Aw, I was kind of looking forward to snooping. My eyes fall on the bust again. It's still staring at me with those empty bronze eyes, almost begging for me to investigate. Waking up to it, I catch a familiar scent. Ginger and lime, just like the Dawnhound last night. While the rest of the ample bust is practically sparkling, there's a noticeable smudged handprint right on top of its head. Uh-oh, I think I know where this is heading. I tilt my head. It's bothering me. I roll my sleeve over my hand and place it on the dog's head. Before I can get to scrubbing, I hear a loud click. The bust gives way under my paw, head sinking a bit. I just pressed a button. Alex, you're so screwed. Alex, why?
I'm about to step back when all of a sudden... Ah!
No, Alex, stop!
The floor drops under me.
I don't want to spoil the name yet. Raoul and the butler are just gonna walk in there and be like, he touched the thing, didn't he? Yep.
The floor drops from under me. I try to stop myself, but I built up too much momentum. The chute-like structure evens out into a slide, and I'm hurtling down at maximum velocity. I keep screaming, but after a while, there's no air left in my lungs. These have to be the worst 24 hours of my entire life. By the time I hit a soft surface at the bottom, I'm all but traumatized, eyes still shut tight.
Wow. 3 minutes and 34 seconds.
I'm trying not to say the butler's name yet. No spoilers. This butler just knows.
3 minutes and 34 seconds.
The voice is distant, but there's no mistake in it. Never mind, it was the Dawn Hound.
3 minutes and 34 seconds. Not bad.
The voice is distant, but there's no mistake in it. That's the Dawn Hound.
I believe you owe me 20 euros, sir.
And the butler, too.
Of course, don't touch anything. Whee!
I push myself up, but my arms are still shaking, and I just end up collapsing on the padded, leathery floor again. Can't believe what I see when I open my eyes.
Ooh, a little certain someone drew this background. It's looking really good with the animations. Holy crap! You got... My goodness. Are there any threats detected? Oh, this is so cool. Ah! I'm waiting to be like somehow befriend Jeffrey Bezos and then fall into the Bezos Bat Cave. It just becomes this. And you just see like the Twitch logo on the side like this instead of the Brevard logo. Oh my gosh. Bezos a superhero? Nah, he's a supervillain. Anyway.
It's like the set of a sci-fi flick in here. Screens showing security footage in city streets, machines, buttons, flashing lights and levers everywhere. The air's so stuffy in here, it's almost hard to breathe. The butler's manning a large computer at the far end of the room, but he's bigger. There's what appears to be a ventilation system, along with the ceiling, a thick metal pipe leading down into the floor. Is this part of the mansion too? Just how far below ground are we? Just what was that slide? Okay, I thought that was the landing part. That is not soft. We landed somewhere else. There he is! Ah!
Need a hand, Spot?
Oh god. I'm so distracted I don't notice the fuzzy brown hand reaching out to me. I look up at its owner. Come to think of it, I feel dumb for not recognizing him at the office earlier. Okay, good. No threats are detected. I scramble to my feet. Just glad I'm still in one piece after that. Sore all over, though.
You probably have a lot of questions.
A few thousand at least. Yeah. A couple. What the hell is going on here?
And I'd be more than happy to answer them.
At least someone's tail is wagging.
Okay. Who are you?
Why, I'm known as the Dawn.
I mean, who are you? Really?
I love how he just paused his mouth open. Oh my god! Right. I suppose I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
The butler swivels his swanky office chair around.
I advise you not to divulge any unnecessary information, sir. Oh, Christ's sake, Milo. He deserves to know.
Oh god,
The name's Raoul. Raoul Brevard, CEO of Brevard Enterprises. The sparkling ray of sunshine over there is my butler, Milo Drostov.
There is the name. Milo. I was like, try not to say it. Milo. Right, Brevard. I just got fired! Sip on that tea. Dang, it's looking very cloudy out. Did you say Raoul Brevard? The Brevard? Think of the future? Think of Brevard? My boss? That's you?
In the flesh.
Come on, this is a joke, right? Where are the cameras? My eyes dart between the dog and the bird, waiting for them to laugh and admit, but they don't. My eyes are darting all over the room, scanning for hidden camera crews. Alright, you can all come out now. I feel like a clown.
This was a mistake.
Milo. Oh, Milo.
It's a lot to take in, I know. But it's all true.
But no one's ever seen Brevard in person.
Precisely. What better cover identity for a masked vigilante? No one would suspect the reclusive millionaire with zero media presence.
In comic books, I'd say that's usually the first person to suspect. But now that I'm actually seeing it in real life, I'm utterly floored. You're serious, aren't you?
I just told you.
I'm Raoul. Oh my god, he's handsome. Oh, look at him. He laughs, then notices I'm not joining him and stops. Behind him, the butler, Milo, rubs his beak with a groan.
Yes, quite serious.
Jeez, tough crowd. Does this guy think he's a comedian or something? I can't take this anymore. Come on, this isn't funny. I travel halfway across the city to some huge mansion I can't decide if it's fancy or dilapidated. Then I tumble down a magic slide into an overgrown basement with security screens everywhere that apparently belongs to one of the richest people in the city. My former employer, who apparently fancies himself a pro wrestler crime fighter at night and sends me on a breadcrumb trailer to... My former employer, who apparently fancies himself a pro wrestler crime fighter at night and sends me on a breadcrumb trail to this secret lair of his. My gestures are as wild as my mind is. And you're acting like we've just had a casual job interview at the office. What the hell is all of this? I've had the worst day of my life, and before I can continue my incoherent blathering, the Rottweiler puts his paw firmly on my shoulder. He's strong. The look on his face is serious now.
Alex, please, calm down.
There's kindness and concern in his eyes.
I'm sorry. This is probably a lot to take in. I hadn't quite considered that most of Well, this must be all very unusual for you.
Ah, that's an understatement if I've ever heard one. I nod. His face softens back into a smile, though not as goofy as before. Why is Alex so sad? Alex, don't be so sad.
But there is a reason for everything. I promise. Just hear me out.
I feel like I'm about to cry. I take a deep breath. All right, Mr. Brevard, no need for formalities. Raoul. What is this place? Why am I here?
We are currently at secret location, about 50 meters underground. Every hero needs a lair. As for the why you're here, because I want to make you an offer.
What kind of offer?
Do you remember what happened last night?
At the store? He nods. How could I not?
What if I told you that was only one of many recent incidents?
Ooh, the theme music! He paces towards the row of screens, hands on his back.
It's not just the Saltwater Syndicate at work. They're part of a bigger picture. A civilian such as yourself might not notice it, but there are cracks starting to form in our beautiful city.
I mean, it's a big city with almost 1 million people. You'd think crime is just part of the deal. Isn't that what the police are for? Why fight crime yourself? He turns his head towards me. The glare from the screens hit the glass, and I can't see his eyes behind them.
Mrs. De Bruin is only one of hundreds of innocents targeted this past year alone. Someone needs to take a stand. Protect the folks the police can't. Or won't. Alex DeRoy, last night you showed exemplary courage. Recklessness. Regardless, you saved the life of an innocent woman, as well as my own. I'd like to invite you to join my cause as my assistant. My sidekick, if you will.
My jaw has officially hit the floor. When I try to face words out, when I try to force them out, all I could do is stammer and stutter.
You're free to refuse, of course, and pretend that this never happened. Milo will take you home. I'll see what I can do to smooth things over with your supervisor, and you can continue living your everyday life. But is that what you want? Or would you rather be part of something bigger?
He turns back to me, a hand extended. I look down at it, then back up at him. He's got the same goofy grin on his face as he did last night. Something bigger. I've been stuck for so long that just hearing those two words feels like reaching the light at the end of the tunnel. But then, I think back to how it felt helping Mrs. De Bruin last night. How terrified I was. How I almost died. Multiple times. I can't see myself living in fear like that and coming out with a grin that big. Why did I come here in the first place? I bat his hand away. His face falls. I'm sorry. I can't accept this.
Why not?
I'm not cut out for it like you are. I don't think I've ever been as terrified as I was last night.
Believe me, I wouldn't be offering you this job if I didn't think you were the right man for it.
Well, I'm not the right man, okay? I sigh. I'm just a fuck-up who dropped out of college because things got too difficult. I'm I'm sure you can do better than that for a sidekick.
That's not true.
You said I could refuse. I refuse. This is all just getting to be too much for me. I look past him at the crow, who's gone back to typing on his computer. Hey, can you tell me where the exit is?
There is an elevator to your right.
Okay, thanks.
At least let him drive you home.
I walked over here. I can walk back. Just need to clear my head. I dust myself off and brush him aside, tipping my head to Milo as I hit what I assumed to be the elevator button. The door opens. It's a pretty small elevator for a place this big. I guess it's only built for 2 people at a time. There's only one button. Up. Good. I'm sorry I couldn't help you. I step inside.
Spot!
No! Don't do this to us. The doors close. I pull on the drawstrings of my hoodie. It's gotten way too cold for comfort. What time is it even? Not that it matters. I don't have anywhere to be without a job anyway. So I just walk. For long, I've left the mansion behind me like a bad dream. As populated as the city streets were this morning, they're completely abandoned by now. Not surprising, the rain's coming down hard. That butler wasn't lying about the storm. The sky's almost black, and I'm soaked to the bone. But none of that matters. Me, a sidekick. Sounds so amazing on the surface, isn't it? To be a hero. Someone people look up to for protection. A beacon of hope. But that's just how it is in the comics. It's so different in real life. I could have died in Mrs. DeBruyn's shop. More importantly, she could have died if I fucked up in there. And this masked vigilante thinks I'm cut out for this business just because I didn't chicken out? Today showed I couldn't even keep a job, so how does he expect me to keep other people alive? Even at my job, my former job, I was too timid to seize the day. Just doing what I was told to do, trying to keep a low enough profile to not get in trouble with my permanently scowling supervisor. I always did a decent job, and that had always been good enough for me. The one time I was in line for something resembling a promotion, I just balked because I didn't know if I could handle that responsibility. Lou and Willem tried so desperately to get me to reconsider. And I've always wondered if I might have been a more successful career if I'd taken that chance. The difference is that if I mess up on repairs, no one dies. Thankfully, even my supervisor's looks can't kill anything other than my self-esteem. Fighting criminals and saving people, though, it's not just my life on the line. What if I mess up badly enough? What I need is some time to figure things out. I'll find an opportunity again, eventually. I head into the nearest store to get some much needed comfort food. Mostly just ice cream. A couple of days of chilling on the couch with Max will do me good. A hero's life is probably overrated anyway. But what if this is my one chance at a better life? What if I really could be more? Something good finally falls into my lap, and I turn tail. This is exactly why I've had the same shit job since high school. It's not like I'd be thrown in the deep end as a sidekick. I'd be learning the ropes of a pro and getting paid for it. At least, I hope he was gonna pay me. I wanted to take Raoul up on his offer. I really did. But I was so confused and scared and hopeless. Like always. Everyone around me thinks I'm capable of more. Lou, Lily, even Raoul. And am I the only one who can't see it? Do I have it in me to take that big of a leap of faith? My mind continues to wonder. Wondering if I made the wrong call. Wondering if I'll ever have a chance like this again. If I'll ever even have a job again. If anyone would even care. Fuck! I say it loudly, almost shouting it into the void. The only thing that scares me more than jumping in the deep end is being left alone at the edge of a cliff after everyone's already gone in. And deep down, I know I'll regret it for the rest of my life if I don't do this. Guess that settles it. Do it. I'm going back. I just hope it's not too late. Run! Save the day! The mansion looks even creepier than before with these dark clouds hovering up above. Lightning cracks in the distance as I open the rusty old gate. It gets stuck in the mud, leaving only a tiny space for me to slip through. Statues along the path seem actually, honest to God, turn their heads as I walk by. At this point, I'm pretty sure they've got cameras installed in them. Sorry, just got a text message. Or maybe I'm on the brink of a major meltdown. I hurry to the front door, slipping and sliding over the wet cobblestone. Oh my god, it's so dramatic. Hello? Bang, bang, bang. Oh, this is so good. I bang on the door. It's me, Alex. Open up. No answer. Please. Please. Step back from the door. It's so exhausting, my tongue is lolling out of my muscle. Please. Just give me one more chance. I hear a laugh coming from behind the door. Then it finally opens. After being outside in the dark for so long, the bright light coming from inside practically blinds me. Ah! Yes! Milo stands in the doorway. He regards me with what looks like a scowl. I can't really tell emotions when it comes to beaks. And of course he has a timer.
40 minutes and 36 seconds.
His expression softens and he steps aside, holding the door open.
Less than an hour. I believe you owe me another 20 years, sir.
Raoul comes into view with folded arms and the toothiest of smiles. I can't help but smile back at them.
A small price to pay. Welcome home, Spot.
Ah, they're so good!
Or should I call you Dusk Hound?
The Dusk Hound?
Came up with it while you were gone. He is very proud of it.
Did it?
Didn't hear any ideas from you, smartass. Only because it is difficult to match creative genius such as yourself, Master Bavard.
Sounds good to me.
Really? Really? I mean, it is only the opposite of dawn. There are other options to consider.
Yeah, Dusk Hound it is.
Well, Dusk Hound, fancy a cup of coffee? Milo just put some on.
I like that a lot. I, just bought ice cream. Ah, this is so good! Ah! No! That's it! No! You can't just do that to me! I have to say first. Lay right. Lay over right. I love the noise it does. Ah, so good. Issue 1. End. Ah, this is so good! Ah! Glory Hounds was made possible thanks to our generous patrons, and look, I hope it pauses, because these are our credits. Red and Saber are the writers, Star art direction, Sci-Fi Kitty and Orion, Onion as our programmers, Joja Bob and Starfish for sprite artwork, Anime Raisin. Wait, really? Anime Raisin? He does background artwork? I know that guy! Or a while ago. Anime Raisin. Jasper's Art Vault, Pen and Pink, and Saber Wolf. Our background artists. Diluca and Juju Beetle are our CG artworks. And then we have for UI and graphic design, Dylan Wunsch. Compimono. Original soundtrack and Themix, a classic. Animation and effects by Gumdrop Studios. Interesting. No, don't go! Logo designed by Secord and additional artwork by Tiago St. Bullart. Tiago St. Bullart is also the person who does my PNG tuber, which the one, I quit out of PNG tuber, but you know the one that's all of my previous episodes. Yes, that is it. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Yes, and goodbye to Maestro. Have a good night. Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. Ooh. That's it for issue 1 of Glory Hounds. We're gonna have quite an exciting thing on our hands. I am looking forward to the upcoming builds. Supposedly it's gonna be every 3-ish months, 2 to 3 months, I think it was. That I don't want to put words in the mouth. I heard the 3 months part. So give or take 3 months for updates, and I am hyped for these. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Beautiful. Just beautiful. This is, wow. Impressive work. So, yeah, where do we go from here? Well, I guess we have to end the stream at this point. All I have to say is just, wow. Well done, well executed. These CGs as comic strips, genius. I can't criticize anything, it's just so good. I am sorry, I have nothing, I can't say anything about it. It just, honestly, I was just knocked out of the park with this one. It does seem like a great VM. Yes, looking forward to those updates. Yeah, my compliments to the chefs, the creators, and all the teammates on this project. A big project. A lot of people that I just mentioned in the credits. It'll be tough to, yeah, share all the names. So I just linked the Patreon, their Twitter, and the itch.io pages in the description, just so we can, yeah, keep everything pretty concise and together. But yeah, this is the Glory Hounds team. It is a team work that makes the dream work. Well, where do we go from here, as I say? I'm going to go back to our preparing stream page to thank our patrons. With the music on the drop. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Widgets. There it is. Preparing stream title. So, as always, I love to give thanks to my patrons, and y'all are my thank tanks here that are my patron supporters, and I do have my tier subs to the side of it, so I always appreciate it. As always, you help me support my creative endeavors like Ocean Avenue, my sprites and other assets for my channel, like my PNG tubers stuff, and just, yeah, helping me be a creative person on here. Just helping me create and fund creative projects. And I owe so much to y'all for your support. And to our creators of Glory Hounds for providing such a great story for me to work off of today. So, sorry to end as people are starting to join in, but I want to give thanks to my fellow dorks. North Grizz, aka Lied Loid, and he has his own channel on YouTube that I always shout out and recommend because love the guy and just, yeah, good friend and just a great person all around. He also does VN readings, but doesn't comment in between like I do, so if you want a clean, straight reading, recommend him. Very smooth voice. Okay, North Grizz, Type A Roth, Magram Wolfram, Andrew Buenaventura, Ryan Atkins, Kiam Otter, Spatan98, Dink Dark, Nai Wang, Dennis Arellano Gonzalez, Anonymous, and A.L. Bryant. Those are my patrons, and you can go and support my creative endeavors with the Patreon link in the description below. I have it for Glory Hounds / Echo Project and for my own projects and stuff. So, just gotta pop that up for future streams. Back to me. So, yeah, normally I don't show my face much on camera anymore. I'm kind of relying on Tiago's PNG tuber, which I kind of was hoping it didn't, like, crunch down our time and stuff here, so... Or not our time, sorry, our processing power. Once again, I am going to, yeah, just do a little shout out here to our PNG tuber creator as it loads. Take your time, me. Yeah, it takes a few seconds, but if I hide myself, you can see it once the screen loads. Yeah. So many great people have worked on this. I know of certain names like Orion for Remember the Flowers. I think Sci-Fi K's worked on other Echo projects. Anime Raisin I had talked with before for my FVN server, or on the FVN server. It's not mine, it's Shin's. He's gonna see the recording for this and just bonk me for saying that. Don't do it, don't do it! Anyway, the PNG tuber just came out. One of those people also, the additional artwork. Look at this cute little guy. Tiago made this for me. Saint Bullard made this for me. Isn't he great? Yeah. Alright. So yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other names off the top of my head. Other than Red and Saber, our main writers. Both are really awesome people. And just great creative people. Just, yeah. Love their stuff. Love them as people. And just, yeah. Great. Just great all around. Great pals. So if you're seeing this, any of the creators, any of you, thank you for such a great project.